It's really important for senior citizens to monitor their health and keep track of their vital statistics. So today I'm going to show 3 tools that I use for keeping track of my vital statistics. The first tool I want to share is the Kardia Heart Monitor. This was recommended to me by a cardiologist. It comes with an application, the Kardia app. So you use the app to record your EKG or electrocardiogram. The great thing about the Kardia monitor is that it's better than, like, I have an EKG on my watch, but it only measures one facet of my pulse, just what's on my finger. This Kardia monitor monitors 6 different determinations, so it gets a really accurate picture of my heart working, and it's to me it's the equivalent of going to a lab to get your EKG. My current cardiologist doesn't put a lot of stock in it because he feels that when you use it, it could give you false readings, but just by slipping around and everything. So I usually measure 3 times in a row, usually about once a day, first thing in the morning, as soon as my pulse has gotten above 50. Because if my pulse is below 50, it just records as bradycardia. And really, straight out of bed, it can be under 50 sometimes. I'll give a quick demonstration on how this is to be used. Okay, so here's how we use it. We take the Kardia monitor and we open up the Kardia Care app, and I click record your EKG. It will say to touch the electrodes to start recording. You make sure that the arrow is pointing away from you. You put your thumb on either side of the top and put the bottom on your knee until the app starts registering green, then hold it there for 30 seconds. And today it is showing that I have sinus rhythm with supraventricular ectopy. And that is a little concerning, considering that I am on metoprolol to control my heart rhythm. And I will definitely be sharing this with my cardiologist when I get it. Right now I see the Kardia has a new Kardia Intelligence and AI beta that's, and its general statement says this, and I'll read it out loud. Tony, your BP readings are generally within a healthy range and show a consistent stability. However, your recent EKG readings have detected persistent irregularities, including atrial fibrillation and multiple PACs. Please consult your cardiologist to address these trends and take steps to improve your heart health. I will definitely be doing that. I've also looked up a little bit about what sinus rhythm with supraventricular ectopy indicates sinus rhythm with occasional irregular beats originating at the top of the heart. And this is a common reason for this is premature atrial contractions, PACs, that the AI referred to. It said it's very unlikely to cause any harm if this is happening occasionally. And at this point, it is occasional. So I'm not going to worry about it a whole lot. I'm not going to call up my cardiologist right away. But it is something that I'm going to mention to him at my next appointment. One crucial tool for monitoring your health is a blood pressure monitor. I have a CVS blood pressure monitor. And I also have a couple of points about to remember when taking your blood pressure. Number 1, avoid stimulants like caffeine, nicotine, and strenuous activity for at least 30 minutes before measuring your blood pressure. Sit upright in a chair with your back supported, your feet flat on the floor, and legs uncrossed. Rest your arm on the table with your at heart level, and position the cuff correctly on your upper arm just above the elbow. Stay calm and avoid talking while you're taking the measurement. and also take several readings a few minutes apart to get a more accurate average. My blood pressure monitor is set to take 3 readings, and then we'll report the average of those 3. So here we go. The first thing I do is make sure that this artery mark on the cuff lines up with my pinky. And then I just tighten the blood pressure cuff to the point where the size range is in the middle of my arm. Now I'm ready to go. Let's get it started. I should be counting down from 15, and then it'll take it again. It's okay to talk then, but it's really important to stay calm, quiet. And there we have our reading. I'm currently 111/74 with a pulse of 79. That's normal for me. 79 is a little high pulse, but that's this time of day, and I've been moving around. So there you have it. That's how to use the blood pressure monitor to monitor your health. It's also more important to take your blood pressure at the same time every day so that you can kind of see where you're trending. It's almost as important to see how your blood pressure might change over time than it is to stay under this quote-unquote normal range. When I first started taking care of my health, the first thing I got was a Renpho scales. I really love this because it has these little electrodes that will help you measure your body mass index as well as just your weight. Now, the Renpho scale hook up to an app, and this is my Renpho app right here, and it kind of shows all of my statistics off the bat. My weight currently is 161.8 pounds. My body mass index is 21.9. Body fat is 17.1%, etc., etc. We'll go through this in more detail when I look at my trends. And actually, since I first started using Renpho, I've lost a total of 55 pounds. So some of my trends, as I said, my weight has gone from, it's been hovering over the last month from 163 to 162, I'm at 161.8. My body mass index has been going around 22, 21. Right now it's 21.9. My total body fat is at a low point. It's since the beginning of November, it's at 17.1. My body water is climbing. It's at 59.8. My skeletal muscle is climbing. It's at 53.5. My BMR, which was the basal metabolic rate, is currently at 1683 with a high of 1701 in November. And this is December 9th. My fat-free body weight is 134. My subcutaneous fat, that's the fat that's around my skin and my middle, is currently at 15.4, where it was at 16.1 at the beginning of November. My visceral fat is at 5 even right now, which I'm really proud of. Visceral fat is what lines your major organs, so you really want to keep that as low as you can get it. My muscle mass has been dropping. It's at 127.4 at a high of 129.2 in early November. And really that's why it's so important for senior citizens to do some sort of strength and weight training. My bone mass is staying solid at a 6.8. My protein is staying pretty solid at 18.9. And my metabolic age is at 58, and I'm currently chronologically 65. So that's how the Renfro app can help you. I recommend that you take it at the same time every day, or I take it once a week after my first bowel movement in the morning and without any clothes on, so that I get a consistent weight over time. So there you have it. The 3 high-tech tools that I use to keep track of my health. You can find links below to purchase the Kardia monitor and the Renfro scale and the blood pressure monitor you can get from CVS. So, if you like this information, you think it does you some good, do me a favor and leave a like below. If you have any questions or comments, please add them. And as always, subscribe and look out for new videos on senior fitness.